This is the Stanley Parable, Deluxe edition. Haven't played it in ages. Yes. I do apologise for the background noise if you can hear that. I will turn it up for your benefit, I feel like. Just a tad. Just a tad. Just a wee bit. What is the current time? It is actually quite late. Not AM. PM. It's 9. 22. 8:22. Okay. Wait. Let's check it once. Perfect. I am really sorry about if you can hear the noise.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Before I move on, and just in case he speaks, yeah, I played the Stanley Parable a while ago. Like when it first came out. I can't remember when it first came out though. Well, actually, that's kind of a lie. Like a couple of years after it came out.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
This is such a great room.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Wait, what? Why can't I get one? Huh?
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left. Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Hey, you're not allowed to break the fourth wall like that. You're not allowed to call me out. The mugs. What does everyone say? It's something, Mum. Yeah, let's get out of here.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Sign back there is just like the news. It's like, oh, there's danger everywhere. What does that sign say? Past this, no buckets. New buckets.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
You know, I haven't listened to him yet, so we're listening to him.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
What the fuck?
Oh. What do we want? What are we looking for? Oh. Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
This is quite cool. A bit bright on the eyes though. Doesn't help that I've got a headache. Oh, don't look up there. Oh, it's like a kaleidoscope. It's quite cool though. I do quite like it. But at last, we have content to make.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Ah, content.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I'm on the edge. Yeah, I'm sorry, mysterious voice in my head. Content.
No!
My shins.
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
What if I go up again?
No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Tell you what, Mr. Voice in my head, if I survive this fall, that's enough content and we'll go back to the other room.
Stanley,
Well, I did.
let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
My shins.
Yes.
Look like
Perhaps you
risotto.
can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Oh my god, this room, I can't look at that. What the fuck?
I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place.
Oh, stop recording for a sec there. What if I actually stay here? Why can I look where I'm not? Can I watch myself under here? I'll just stand right here and see what happens. Oh my god. Because I wonder if anything will happen. Because I don't think when I last played this, because I vividly remember this, and well, I remember what happens when I jump off the thing, it just resets. But this is the deluxe edition, which I have played this, but not for a long time. Because I played the original one when a couple years after it came out, and but then the deluxe version I played as soon as it came out, and then I played for that for like a few weeks, and then I stopped because I got a bit bored. Because even though the premise of Stanley Parable is cool, and I love the Stanley Parable, it's very cool. I love that it breaks the fourth wall. It's very, I don't know how to describe the term Stanley Parable, but yeah. But tell you what, I don't think anything's actually going to happen. So, I think we go back to the content stairs. You know.
No, perhaps not.
Well, content stairs, here we come. My shins, man.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Not
Am I reading the
necessarily.
situation correctly?
No. Peace. Ow.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
Yeah, but I only
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Well, yeah. I wonder what happens if I go back now. Oh. I sat in that room for nothing. Because we're already 13 minutes in. I'll go back there and see if anything else happens. But if not, I think if I jump off there, we're going to get like good content.
Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
I don't know. Because nothing's actually happening. I don't know.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Nothing's gonna happen in here. We've got to get to the ultra deluxe version anyway. He's not gonna say anything, is he? Oh my god, I walk so slow. It's gonna take like a whole 10 minutes to walk up these stairs. Whee!
Is it over?
I die.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Loading. The end is. Oh, I can read that. Oh. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Use the mouse.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's listen to the man this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Look at this spanner. And,
There was nothing here. No choice to make,
Is
no
there a
path to
ratchet?
follow, just an empty broom closet.
I don't know.
No reason to still be here.
Got like a screwdriver. More pliers. Loads of duct tape.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I'm gonna look right.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Wow.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely
I
confused.
just love broom closets, you know. Like, look at this broom. Oh,
You
look
do
at that.
realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Oh my God,
If
look
I'd said
at this
Stanley
thing.
walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a
That is
reason for
not-
exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have
100%.
thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching
Eyebrow.
path.
Light
Maybe
bulb.
when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
I love this.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway. Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
I'm a fungus. Right.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hey. I don't want to go in my boss's office now that I've found this. I didn't realize. Ooh. Oh yes. There's nothing to do here. There was an elevator lift. Can I get in you? That was fun. Guess we're going to
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh my god, the ceiling. I didn't even realise that. Boss has some secrets. Oi. I can hide around here. Tell you what, I wonder if there's like a emojis or something. We're watching some really good Gmod ones.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Let's take a look, shall we?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Is it there? I can do it. Oh, is it? There's got to be a way. I think there actually is a. Oh, damn.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier. Chase your dreams. Railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Oh, is that it? Well, this video is already like 30 odd minutes long, so I think this is just where we're going to stop. It was just a little thing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Boss's office? Oh, damn it, I can't remember what the code is.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
What is my thing?
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845. I had.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I don't need to. Yes, that's this video. I just wanted a short one because
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
videos have been hours long.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Something like that. I know there was some short robots.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
4, 2, 7. There I am. 427. Yeah, oh my god, it's actually that's cool. 11-4.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
What's happening? Oh.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What's up there? Yeah, I'll dismantle the controls once and for all, momentarily. Oh, can't go up there. That's, oh! 3. Oh, another button. There's too many buttons. I'm distracted. Give me a moment. 5. This is like the bit in The Incredibles.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty. Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Nice. Hey! Beat the game. Right, that's going to be everything for today. There'll be more videos maybe later this week. Thinking maybe on the weekend and stuff. But yeah, that's it. Little game of the Stanley Parable. Bit random, but I saw it and I was like, why not? So cheers for watching, and see you in the next one. There's a bit of British in me.